sticking your head out a little bit.
Smile, yo.
Today we're at the Statue of Liberty. I'm going to show you how to get all the way up to the crown, where to buy the tickets, how to get there, and best of all, how to avoid the lines. The first thing you need to do is buy your ticket. You can buy your ticket at Statue City Cruises, and they are the only authorized official provider of tickets to the Statue of Liberty. There are 3 types of tickets: General Admission, Pedestal Reserve, and Crown Reserve. All 3 types of tickets include admissions to Liberty Island and Ellis Island. General Admission doesn't give you access to the pedestal or the crown. The Pedestal Reserve will only let you up to the pedestal. The Crown Reserve ticket will give you access to the pedestal as well as the crown. Notice that they're all around the same price. They do differ in availability. General Admission ticket is usually always available. The Pedestal Reserve is usually available 1 day in advance. The hardest one to get is the Crown Reserve ticket, which is often sold out 2 months in advance, especially during peak season. The Crown Reserve is a great deal because it costs the same as the other tickets, but you'll get access to the crown itself. If you're lucky enough to get a crown ticket, you'll need to pick up a physical ticket at Castle Clinton before you get on the ferry. Castle Clinton is located in the Battery, a park located at the southern tip of Manhattan. There are multiple subway lines that stop near the park, which makes it easy to get to and from anywhere in the city. Once you're at the park, just follow the many signs that will direct you to the ferry for Liberty Island. If you don't have crown tickets, you can go straight to the security check-in for the ferry. If you do have crown tickets, follow the signs and look for Castle Clinton, where you'll pick up a physical ticket as well as a bracelet that will give you access to the crown. Next step is to check in and proceed to the security area. If you're able to buy a ticket with a boarding time early in the morning, you can avoid lines like these, which is what happens if you have a ticket later in the day. My ticket had a 9:30 check-in time, and I arrived early at 8:45. After going through security, I was able to easily get on the 9:15 ferry. So if you want to avoid the lines, try to get a ticket early in the morning. Once on board, find a place on one of the 3 levels of the ferry. The first level is mainly inside. The second level has outdoor access in the front and the rear. The third level is all outdoors, giving you views from all directions. I personally like the view from the front of the second level, as well as the side views from the top level. You'll be riding the ferry a total of 3 times on your trip. Once to Liberty Island, then from Liberty Island to Ellis Island, and finally from Ellis Island back to New York. So you'll get a chance to experience the view from different locations on the ferry if you can't decide. The first stop is Liberty Island, and the views from the ferry of the statue is one of the main highlights of the trip, so make sure you find a good spot. The ride to Liberty Island takes about 10 minutes, and once you get there, you can walk around the island, enjoy the views, and make your way to the entrance for the statue if you have the pedestal or crown ticket. You'll have to go to another security point before entry, and also note that bags are not allowed at all. If you do have a bag, you have to put it in the locker, which is located next to the entrance for the statue. You'll need a quarter to operate the locker, so bring a quarter or cash so you can get change for the locker. You are, however, allowed to bring your camera as well as your phone. Once you get through security, you can either walk to the top of the pedestal or take an elevator. It's 195 steps to the top of the pedestal. If you get there early, the line for the elevator isn't too long, which is another benefit of getting an early ticket. Once you arrive at the top of the pedestal, you can go outside and see all the views along the perimeter. If you have Crown tickets, you can show your bracelet and they'll let you start your climb to the top. It's 162 steps to get to the top of the Crown. The climb took me a little under 5 minutes, but the hardest part was how narrow the stairs are. Very narrow stairs. Wow, look how narrow these stairs are. You have to really be careful because the steps are very small and you can easily slip off. So make sure your foot is always on the larger part of the step. There are also handrails to hold on to, and also areas you can step off to if you need to take a break. Because I was there early, there was no one in front of me or behind me, and I didn't have to wait and stop on the stairs. If you come later in the day, it's likely there will be some congestion along the staircase. They allow groups of up to 10 people in the Crown. Each group can spend up to around 10 minutes in the Crown, so make sure you get your photos and selfies done in this time period. The Crown itself is a very small space, and you can easily hit your head if you're not careful. But the views and the experience from the Crown is definitely one of the most memorable things you'll do in New York. Once you're done, head back down the stairs, and our next stop is the Statue of Liberty Museum. The museum opened in 2019 and tells the history of Lady Liberty. You'll see how the statue was designed and built, and even see her original torch. After the museum, our next stop is Ellis Island. We'll have to board the ferry again to get there, but ferries depart every 20 to 25 minutes, so it's not usually a long wait. Also, the ferry will pass by the statue again, making it something everyone will look forward to. It's a short ride to Ellis Island, and once you're there you can really feel the history and the stories of all the immigrants that shaped America. There you'll see the Great Hall, where immigrants were processed once they arrived in America. At the museum you'll see how they arrived, what they had to endure, and where they settled. You'll also be able to find your family's history if one of your ancestors entered through Ellis Island. There's also a souvenir shop to bring home a memory of your trip. Ellis Island also has a reasonably priced restaurant where you can get burgers, sandwiches, and hot dogs. Once you're done, it's time to board the ferry one last time and head back to Manhattan. Try to get a front row seat on the second deck of the ferry, where you'll be treated to great views of Lower Manhattan. Your trip should take around 3 to 5 hours depending on the time of day and the season. I hope you have a great time visiting Liberty and Ellis Island. If you want to learn more about things to do in New York, watch these videos next.